Hey, News Tower. We find ourselves in the shoes of the young publisher. And what should we do? To build something, to do something, and etc. etc. So, we're talking about News Tower. So, before breaking the news and the algorithms, there were men and women chasing the truth throughout the streets. Sparrow Knight, a Rotterdam based indie studio making is debuting in the gaming industry, elegantly portrays the chaos, toil, and the glamour of the world's noisiest profession, taking us back to a time when every article has a gamble and a single mistake could ruin a newspaper. So, our mission practically a vocation to build an ink empire, one on the floor at a time, and climb towards paper of the Olympus. It's a story of the intuition compromise, where the information is both a resource and a weapon. Every week, we work to get the Sunday issue to the print, battling deadlines, compassions, and concise. A classic tycoon in structure, but imbued with the moral nuances and editorial rhymes that make it something more than a simple financial management tool. The tower that gives the game its name is living organism and the symbol of our success. We start from a small building in Brooklyn and floor by floor transform into the publishing giant. Each level houses different departments and the tools, of course, printing press, the dark rooms, the meeting rooms, all way to legal offices and specialized editorial stuff. The goal is to create an efficient production flow where sheets of paper pass smoothly from hand to final printing. The layout of the rooms is not just aesthetic, it concretely influences performance, so optimizing space is the key. A reporter who has to walk 4 floors to deliver a proof loses precision, sometimes vital minutes. A printer disturbed by noise works less efficiently. This is the problem from everyone. The interlocking of so many sub-dynamics and their managements is a sophisticated puzzle, a game which with elevators, stairs, pneumatic tubes that become the arteries of constantly active body. The balance between the productivity and the comfort is therefore essential. An overly Spartan editorial office resources morale, but investing too much in decorations risks slow economic growth. Personal management is equally profound. Each employee has specific traits, skills, and needs their idealistic reporter who works best surrounded by the plants or natural light, or the cynical reporter willing to do anything to get a scoop. Satisfying these needs not only helps avoid strikes of performance jobs, but directly impacts the quality of the newspaper. While also there's an important part, it's called team harmony. It's reflected in the editions, and balanced environment can make the difference between a mediocre circulation and a front page success. Beyond its physical construction, News Tower finds its soul in editorial decisions. Each week, the news to cover the approach to address it must be chosen. Political issues, scandals, gossip, reportage, everything passes throughout the editor's desk who must decide whenever to focus on accuracy or impact. The system of precipitation defines newspaper profile, informative, moderate, or sensationalist, and influence public trust and relations with any other city officials. The factions of the 1930 New York are beating hard the narrative. The mayor, the mafia, the army, and the high society represent opposing interests, ready to push the player into increasingly ambitious compromises. Publishing an investigation that smears a politician can gain readers, but Elaine at City Hall, giving space to elite gossip can enrich the newspaper but erode its credibility. There are no right or wrong choices, only consequences. Every headline in capital letter has a price, and often it's not just financial. Complicating the already difficult life of the player publisher is competition, which adds an additional layer of the tension. Rivals of newspaper vie from the same news and city districts, generating real battles for the influence. When a contested story appears, you must react quickly, assigning the best reporters and balancing resources. A race against the time that perfectly captures the adrenaline of the profession, where there is not just only question of the money, but of the prestige. Conquering a neighborhood with your own editions means becoming the dominant voice in that part of the city. Sparrow and I just built an interconnected system. It seeks the emotions behind the mechanisms, and each floor, the tower, animated by the minute human beings. Reporters stopping for a cigarette, secretaries sniffing piles of papers, photographers complaining about watered down coffee. It is a small daily theater that brings the simulation to the life, that makes editorial stress changeable. Routine alternates with the moments of the chaos and unexpected events, the breakdowns, the blackout, the strikes that shatter the tranquility, forcing everything to be reorganized in real time. Technically, the game is convincing. The cartoon style graphics with the warm palettes and period details convey authentic atmosphere without sacrificing clarity. The interface is dense yet readable, and the pace progression is well calibrated. The first steps are simple, but after a few hours, you are managing dozens of the employees and departments with the decisions that need to make in a matter of the seconds. Some limitations emerge in the later stages, these excessive windows, some logistical bottlenecks, but they remain marginal compared to the over solidarity. Music and soundtrack complete the picture with a jazzy tone that accompanies the frenzied work of evoking the smoky newsroom of the period of films. These subtlety irony running throughout everything. The game manages to be light-hearted without trivializing and serious without taking itself too seriously. It has a difficult balance to find, but the news tower manages maintain until the credits, offering a management experience that will appeal to both general nostalgic and those seeking a more narrative modern tycoon. News Tower isn't just a stressful management game, refined its gameplay systems to capable standing out crowds. Thanks to its remarkable personality, it's a tribute to the journalism of act of the construction, a reflection design and entertainment. Behind every editorial lies the same old question: how much through we are willing to sacrifice to stay afloat? What compromises are willing to accept in the name of the success? While Sparrow Knight does pretend to give us the answers, it rather invites us to search for them among the presses, one editor for another, in a hunt for a scoop that also offers momentum of introspection. Well, that's probably it. Thank you for your attention. You have a wonderful day and night or whatever, what time you're watching my review. Peace.